Hello everyone. Today we'll be discussing about hemoglobin. In humans, energy is derived from the oxidation of organic fuel like carbohydrate, protein and fats. And for the achievement of this process, we require to transport oxygen to each and every cell of the body. So for the achievement of this process, a protein is required for the transport of oxygen, which is known as hemoglobin. So let's study about hemoglobin. Hemoglobin is a tetrameric conjugated heme protein. There are several types of hemoglobin found in our body, and each hemoglobin consists of four chains. Each chain is a conjugated protein consisting of a globin chain and a prosthetic group, that is heme group. Coming to globin chains first, there are various types of globin chains found, broadly divided into two groups, alpha group and non-alpha group. In alpha group, we have alpha chain and eta chain, and in the non-alpha group, there is beta, gamma, delta, and epsilon chain. So each hemoglobin is made up of two types of chains, two identical alpha group of chains and two identical non-alpha group of chains. In this figure, we can see that beta globin gene cluster is found on chromosome 11, and this beta globin gene cluster is responsible for the production of all the non-alpha group family globin chains like beta, gamma, epsilon and delta. Coming to the figure B, we can see that alpha globin gene cluster is found on chromosome 16, which is responsible for the production of alpha group of globin chains like alpha and eta. Now, this globin chain synthesis starts at third week of gestation, and during the various phases, there are different types of hemoglobins found. Like during the embryonic phase, Gover 1, Gover 2, and Portland hemoglobin is found. Gover 1 is made from two eta and two epsilon chains. Portland is made up of two eta and two gamma chains, and hemoglobin Gover 2 is made of 2 alpha and 2 epsilon chains. During fetal life, HbF, that is made of alpha 2 and gamma 2 chains, and HbA made up of 2 alpha and 2 beta chains. And after birth, there are three types of hemoglobins found. Predominantly found hemoglobin is HbA, HbA2, and HbF. In this figure, as we can see that yolk sac is responsible for the production of globin chains during embryonic life. After embryonic life, during the fetal life, liver and spleen is responsible for the production of globin chains. And at about 30 weeks of gestation, bone marrow also start contributing towards the production of globin chains. And this function of production of globin chains is completely taken over by bone marrow at about 6 weeks after birth. Coming a bit lower down in this diagram, we can see that eta and epsilon chains are found only during the embryonic life. Therefore, during embryonic life, the types of hemoglobin found are Gover 1, consisting of 2 eta and 2 epsilon chains, Portland, consisting of 2 alpha, 2 eta and 2 gamma chains, and Gover 2, consisting of 2 alpha and 2 epsilon chains. After embryonic life, during the fetal life, we can see that the production of gamma chains is quite high as compared to the beta chains, which have also start forming during this phase. So the predominant hemoglobin found during the fetal life is HbF, consisting of 2 alpha and 2 gamma chains. Also, we can see that the production of beta chains have started, and so a small amount of adult hemoglobin, that is HbA, consisting of 2 alpha and 2 beta chains are also found. At about 30 weeks of gestation, we can see the production of delta group of chains. So a small amount of HbA2 consisting of 2 alpha chains and 2 delta chains are also found. After birth, we can see that the production of gamma chains, the levels of gamma chains, they gradually diminishes whereas the levels of beta group chains, they gradually increases, and at about 3 weeks after birth, the amount of gamma chains present in the body becomes equal to amount of beta chains, and a switch happens at about third week after birth. Therefore, the heading of this diagram is globin chain switch. After this switch, the amount of beta chain present in the body gradually increases, and there is the gradual decrease in the production of gamma chains, and they gradually diminishes by about 8 months of life. So during adult life, the predominant hemoglobin found is HbA, consisting of two alpha and two beta chains, a small amount of HbF, consisting of two alpha and two gamma chains, and HbA2, consisting of two alpha and two delta chains. Coming to the types of hemoglobin found in adults, as we have already discussed, this table shows us the structure as well as the percentage of hemoglobin, types of hemoglobins found during adult life. HbA is formed by two alpha chains and two beta chains, and this predominantly found in our body. Their percentage is around approximately 96 to 98%. HbA2 consist of two alpha chains and two delta chains, and their percentage is 1.5 to 3.2%. And in very small amount, HbF is found, consisting of two alpha chains and two gamma chains. Around 0.5 to 0.8% of HbF is also found during adult life. This is a structure of the heme molecule. After discussing the globin chain, comes the prosthetic group, that is the heme group. Heme molecule is a tetrapyrrole molecule. Chemically, it is protoporphyrin type 3 with the iron ferrous molecule in the center, which is bound with the covalent linkages with four nitrogen groups of those pyrrole rings. As you can see in the diagram, I have shown a single pyrrole ring. And in the structure of hemoglobin, as it is a tetrapyrrole structure, four pyrrole rings are found at the four corners of the iron, and this iron is linked to all the four nitrogens by covalent linkages.